ॐ शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करभावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्ज सम्भावितललाटकम् हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्वजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. वागर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्त प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं कूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि आर्तान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुवमभिलषति यत्तमर्त्यव्रजोऽयं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशी विभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने. കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും ഇറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഇതിനു മന്യനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ട തോറും പ്രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Morning everyone. Sorry for the delay. I think some update happened to my laptop this week and everything has been running slow. So, all right. So let's do a quick review of maybe 61. I think we have to do the review. Yeah. Anita, can you do 61?
Sure. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Dasakam 61. Yajva Patni Uttarana Varnanam. ततश्च बृन्दावनतोऽतिदूरतो वनं कतस्त्वं खलु गोपगोकुलैः हृदन्तरे भक्ततरद्विजाङ्गना कदम्बकानुग्रहणाग्रहं वहन् ततो निरीक्ष्या शरणे वनान्तरे किशोरलोकं क्षुधितं दृशाकुलम् अतुरतो यज्ञपरान् द्विजान् प्रति व्यसर्जयोदिति वियाचनाय तान् कतेष्वतो तेष्वपिताय ते पितां कुमारकेष्वोदयनाशिशुप्रभो श्रुतिस्थिरा अभ्यपिनिन्द्युरश्रुतिं न किञ्च तु सुष्टुमहीशुरोत्तमाः.
Anita, second line. कुमारकेष्वोधन याचिषु.
कुमारकेष्वोदनयाचिषु प्रभो अनादरात् किन्नदियो हि बालकाः समाययुर्युक्तमितं हि यज्वसु चिरातभक्ताः खलु ते महीसुराः कथं हि भक्तं त्वयि तैः समर्प्यते निवेदयत्वं गृहिणीजनाय मां तिषेयुरन्नं करुणाकुला इमाः इति स्मितात्रं भवतेरिता कथाः ते तारकातारजनं ययाचिरे गृहीतनाम्नि त्वयि सम्भ्रमाकुलाः चतुर्विधं भोज्यरसं प्रगृह्यताः चिरं त्रुतत्वत्प्रविलोकनाग्रहाः स्वहैर्निरुद्धा अभितूर्णमाययुः विलोलपिञ्चं चिकुरे कपोलयोः समुल्लसत्कुण्डलमात्रमीक्षिते निताय बाहुं सुहृतं ससीमनिस्थितं भवन्तं समलोकयन्तताः तदा च काचित् त्वदुपागमोद्यता गृहीतहस्ता तैतेन यज्वना तथैव सञ्चिन्त्य भवन्तमञ्चसा विवेश कैवल्यमहो कृतिन्यसौ आदाय भोज्यान्यनुगृह्यताः पुनः त्वतङ्गसङ्गप्रयोज्यति गृहम् विलोक्य यज्ञाय विसर्जयन्तिमाः चकर्तभर्तॄन् पिता स्वगर्हणान्.
Third line towards the end. Visarjayan nimaha. It's a double n sound coming there.
Oh, okay, sir. Visarjayannimaha. Okay.
Yeah.
निरूप्य दोषं निजमङ्गनाजने विलोक्य भक्तिं च पुनर्विचारिभिः प्रभुत्ततत्त्वैस्त्वमभिष्टुतो द्विजैः मरुत्पुराधीश निरुन्दिमे कथान्. श्री कृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः.
Very good. Okay, so we'll continue with 62. I think we finished until 5 stanzas. So to start from 6. So first off, maybe Bhuvana, you and Sita Garu, you can be student first off. So stanza 6. Avoshashchaivam tan kimiha vitatam me nikatitam गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषि च कुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानित्युक्ताः जगृषुरखिला गोकुलजुषः. So last time, the last class, we kind of saw when they were performing the sacrifices to Indra. At that time, Krishna came and questioned, why are you doing the sacrifices to Indra? It is his duty, it is his responsibility, and everybody has their own responsibilities, and everybody will get stuff according to the karma they deserve. And he says the rain is something which is common, it's a collective karma of people in the region. Indra is supposed to do his work. You don't have to go pray to Indra for him to do his work. And he said, instead, you should go worship the Brahmins, then you should go worship the Govardhana mountain, and you should go worship the cows, because the Govardhana mountains at the end of the day is what feeds the cows, is what gives us the rivers, the streams which are coming from the mountain, all of which, because of which we are surviving. So then they do what is called as the the Annakut. And I was telling you all that Grace Lake, they do the Annakut pretty soon. And I just saw the flyer from Grace Lake. I think it is happening either the next weekend or the weekend after. I'll post it in the group, right? So essentially what the people there in Vrindavan ended up doing was they cooked all these varieties of food which they had prepared for Indra. They kept it in front of the Govardhana mountain and then they prayed. And then when they started circumambulating the Govardhana mountain, at the time Krishna came in the form of the Govardhana mountain and he consumed the food because these are cowherds. So for them, the proof has to be to see that the food has been eaten. Else they will not believe it, right? So anyway, Krishna ended up doing it, and then he comes and tells in this. See, I told you, you have to just trust Govardhana mountain. He will absolutely take care of us, and whatever we did was actually the right thing, right? He's eaten the food, and he will protect us wherever it's needed, right? That's where Rakshitumalam. He will take care of us. You don't have to worry. So, avoshash shaivam tan, kimiha bithatham me nigatitam, girindro nanveshaha. So put a visarga if you don't have it. Nanveshaha, Swa balim upabhunkte swavapusha. Avoshashchaivam tan kimiha vitatam me nigatitam girindro nanveshaha swabhalim upabhunkte swavapusha.
अवोचश्चैवं तान् किमिह वितथं मे निगदितं गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा अवोश्चैवं तान् किमिह वितथं मे निगदितं गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा
अवोचश्चैवं तान् किमिह वितथं मे निगदितं गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा अवोचश्चैवं तान् किमिह वितथं मे निगदितं गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा.
Ayam gotro, gotra dvishi cha kupite rakshitumalam, samastan ityuktaha. Again, add a visarga comma. Samastan ityuktaha, jahrushurakila, hru and shu, jahrushurakila, gokula jushaha. Ayam gotro, gotra dvishisha kupite rakshitumalam, samastan ityuktaha, jahrushurakila, gokula jushaha.
अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषि च कुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानियुक्ताः जहृषुरखिला जोकुलजुषः
Gokulajushaha.
गोकुलजुषः
Yeah.
ओके अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषि च कुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानियुक्ताः जहृषुरखिला गोकुलजुषः
अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषि च कुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानित्युक्ताः जहृषुरखिला गोकुलजुषः अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषि च कुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानित्युक्ताः जहृषुरखिला गोकुलजुषः.
Rajesh, I have a question. On the second line, Girindro Nanveshaha, why aren't you removing the swa there? You're still saying swa bali. Usually we take out the swa.
No, that swa is there because that swa bhalim upabhunkte. So that has a meaning for it. It's not that is there is not for the visarga purposes. So that swa is separately. Because we are pausing there, that nanvesha becomes nanveshaha because of the Sanskrit rules. So it is not because of swabalim. Swabalim is the offerings, swabalim, its offerings. So that swa remains there.
Otherwise we might remove
Yeah, that's why that swa remains there. Okay, and the nanvesha, if you don't pause that at that place, like if you just say Girindro nanvesha swabhalimupabhunkte swavapusha, then it will just go continuously. Certain places when you stop, then visarga will get added because you're pausing there.
Got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
smart. No worries.
ராஜேஷ்
Yeah.
அதே மாதிரி இந்த புக்ல சமஸ்தா நித்யுக்த்வான் தான் இருக்கு. நீங்க வந்து சமஸ்தா நித்யுக்தாகா அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்க.
Yeah,
எது
because
ரைட்டு?
same reason. Because we are stopping at the middle of that line there, that visarga will get added.
அப்ப யுக்தாகான்னு வரணுமா?
இல்ல சமஸ்தான் அந்த வந்து the break happens at that na. சமஸ்தான் இத்யுக்தாஹா.
இல்ல இதுல வந்து என்னன்னா
இது
யுக்தா இல்ல வான் இருக்கு.
வான் இருக்கு. அததான் நான் கரெக்ட். சமஸ்தா நித்யுக்த்வா.
Va.
நித்யுக்த்வா.
Okay, can you change it to ta because it's uktwa, uktha.
Okay.
அது
I'll just type it one second.
சமஸ்தான் நித்யுக்தவா இல்ல சமஸ்த நித்யுக்தாஹா?
I'm just typing it in the chat one second, okay? Samastan double A ityuktaha.
அப்படிதான் சொல்லணுமா அது?
I just typed it in the Zoom chat in English. Samastan ityuktaha. Okay, so just correct it if you have the va instead of the tha there. Stanza 7. Pariprita yataha khalu bhavadupeta brajajusho brajam ta yavattavan nijamaka vibhangam nishamayan bhavantam janannapyadika rajasakranta hridayo nasehe devendraha tvaduparachitaatmonatirapi. They successfully completed the offerings, and then like Krishna had said, they also worshipped the Brahmin priests who were there, and then they fed the cows, they took care of the cows, everybody, and they all came back home right now. So now going back, so Indra is now really upset because the sacrifice to him has been blocked. So if you remember in Dasakam 37, it was all these Indras and everybody who went to Brahma and said, we need help. And then Brahma then went, and then he meditated, and then Narayana gave a message through Brahma saying, I myself will be born, right? But somehow what happens is when you have too much ego, when you're too powerful, and Indra will make some comments in the next stanza also, sometimes what happens is that Rajogunam goes up so much that you kind of forget the basics, right? That is what is happening to Indra here. So although he knew he is in that position because of Vishnu, sometimes you get overcome with it, just like what happened with Brahma. Brahma wanted to test to see how much he can push, right? To see how strong or how capable is Avataram. Anyway, so because of Indra forgets, because of the upsurge of Rajoguna, Indra is now getting very upset about it, that the sacrifice has been broken. So pariprita yataha, khalu bhavadupeta brajajusho, brajam yavat tavan nija makha vibhangam nishamayan. You can clearly break that words there. Pariprita yataha khalu bhavadupeta brajajusho brajam yavattavan nijamakha vibhangam nishamayan.
परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन् इजमख विभंगं निशमयन्.
Upana அங்க வந்து டபுள் ந யாவத்தாவன் நிஜ.
Okay, यावत्तावन् निजमख विभंगम.
Yeah.
Okay. परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन् निजमख विभंगं निशमयन्.
परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन्निजमखविभङ्गं निशमयन्. परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन्निजमखविभङ्गं निशमयन्.
Bhavantam janannapyadika, again double na, janannapyadika rajasakranta, say it together, rajasakranta hridayo, na sehe devendraha. So there you remove that is, put a visargan, devendraha. Tvadu parachitat monna tirapi. So that word you cannot break it because it's tvad uparachita atma unna tirapi. Multiple words there, so don't even try to break it. Say the whole thing together. Tvadu parachitat monna tirapi. Short e at the very end. Bhavantam janannapyadika rajasa hridayo nasehe devendraha tvadu parachitat monna tirapi.
भवन्तं जानन्यप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि भवन्तं जानन्यप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि
भवन्तं जानन्नभ्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि भवन्तं जानन्नभ्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि.
That's it.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
third line ending. I have Kranda Hridayaha.
Yeah,
Would
I
that
think that
make it-
sometimes they put visarga instead of the word yo there. Oh, I think it happened multiple times also. So just change it to hridayo. Yeah, I don't know at what condition it becomes hridayaha versus hridayo, but we'll be consistent in this. But that's a replacement for the visarga there.
But
Thank
there's
you.
no visarga after yo.
Yo kapra, there's no visarga. It'll either be hridayaha or hridayo.
Yo, okay.
Stanza 8. Manushyatvam yato madhubhidapi deveshva vinayam vidhatte chet nashtastridasha sadasam kopi mahima tataschadvam sishye pashupahatakasya shriyamiti pravrittastvam jetum sakila magava durmadanidihi. So here, Indra says, it's like I'm trying to think of an example, but I'm not able to come a comparison, right? Say you're dependent on somebody, or say somebody is dependent on you all the time, right? And you feel like that person is prosperous or things are happening to them because of you. Now, suddenly tomorrow, if that person starts to ignore you, then you'll feel, what, that person feels so bloated. He's so egoistic that, this person doesn't need me anymore because he thinks he's capable, right? We all have that feeling. That's exactly what Indra is having. Indra is having a feeling that everybody, they were worshipping me every year, right? They were doing these sacrifices. Now, all of a sudden, Vrindavan has become prosperous. And suddenly this boy has come, Krishna has come, which is some incarnation of the Lord. And all of these people are following an 8-year-old boy's statements, and they're ignoring me, right? And he says the worst part of this is, he says, what is this? It's in the line. Madhubhidapi devesha vinayam vidatte chet. He says, even if this person is the God, he says, Indra says, even if this person is the God, if the people in the earth do not respect the demigods, then they're going to set a precedent for that. Which means later on, everybody is going to question, why should I perform this yagam? Why should I do this? And nobody will worship or respect any of the demigods. So Indra says that I really have to go teach them a lesson that they should also continue to worship the demigods. How can they ignore us? So that is what Indra is having, that feeling so much built up into him, that how can these people ignore me? No, and it's ignoring me, it's like ignoring all the demigods in the future also, because now the president has been set by Krishna here. So manushyatvam yato, madhubhidapi deveshva vinayam vidatte chet. You will have double na there. So one of that na, you put a it, vidatte chet, first ta, chet, next word, nashtas tridasha sadasam kopi mahima. So tridasha sadasam means all the gods who are there, 300 whatever crores gods who are there, Kopi Mahima, what value will these gods have anymore? Right? If these people continue to ignore me. Manushyatvam yato madhubhidapi deveshva vinayam vidhatte chet nashtas sadasam kopi mahima.
मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विधत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदश सदसां कोऽपि महिमा मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विधत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदश सदसां कोऽपि महिमा
मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विधत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदशसदसां कोऽपि महिमा मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विधत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदशसदसां कोऽपि महिमा
ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये, पशुप हतकस्य श्रियमिति, प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं, स खिल मघवा दुर्मद निधिः. ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं स किल मघवा दुर्मद निधिः.
ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं स किल मघवा दुर्मदनिधिः ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं स किल मघवा दुर्मदनिधिः
ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं स किल मघवा दुर्मदनिधिः ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं स किल मघवा दुर्मदनिधिः.
त्वधा वासं हन्तुं प्रलय जलदानं भरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रेबगमनः प्रतस्तेऽन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुधाद्यैर्विकसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम्. So at the time Indra then decides, that I am now going to go and show them my power, right? So of course Indra, it says he is able to control the amount of rain that comes there. So because this prosperity has made these people bulging with pride, and I want to completely remove their arrogance, right? So with that, Indra decides to go and then shower a lot of rain on the region. So he decides to go. So at that time, there were others who are there, demigods, who are telling him, Indra, what are you doing? Do you not realize that the boy who is there as Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan himself? But sometimes when you're in the middle of that situation, right, you forget to see what is around you. You feel like you are doing the right things and you're set to prove a point, which is where Indra is right now. So he's just very upset about it, and he wants to prove a point. So he ignores all the feedback that Varuna, Agni, everybody else is giving, and he's moving forward. So Twadavasam Hantum, Pralaya Jaladanambhara Bhuvi, Prahinvan Bibranaha, Kulisham Ayam Abreba. If you want to break it, you can break at each of those ma. Kulisham Ayam Abreba Gamanaha. Pralaya Jaladanambhara just means the clouds which have rain, which is as good as causing the pralayam, which means it's just clouds which have so much water in them that it is going to flood the entire place. So that's what is getting ready with. Twadha vasam hantum pralaya jaladhanam bharabhuvi prahinvan bibhranaha kulishamayam abhreba gamanaha.
तथा वासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानम्बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् प्रहिण्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रे भगमनः त्वदावासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानम्बरभुवि प्रहिण्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रे भगमनः
त्वदा वासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानं भरभुवि प्रहिण्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रे भगमनः त्वदा वासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानं भरभुवि प्रहिण्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रे भगमनः.
Rajesh, one quick question. Can you please segregate the last two words in the second line? Abrebha gamanaha. Are they pretty particular, the words?
Kulisham ayam abrebha gamanaha.
Thank you.
Pratastenyehi. So the ra that is there, remove it, put a visarga comma, and then anyehi will, you have to say it along with the previous word. So pratastenyehi, comma. Next word will start with the a. Antar dahana marudadhyair vihasito, comma. Bhavan maya naiva, comma. Tribhuvanapate mohayati kam. This is, Patari part says, you can't blame Indra. He says, because your Maya, the delusion that is there, who will not fall under it? There's nobody, like we discussed before, anybody who's born into the Brahmandam is bound by karma, is influenced by the Maya. They are bound to make mistakes. Anybody who's into the Brahmandam is not perfect. Says Indra is no exception. He could be a demigod, but he is also bound by karma. He is also going to get influenced by Maya, which means he is going to do mistakes, right? There's no stopping there. Pratastenhi antardahanamarudadhyairvihasito bhavan maya naiva tribhuvanapate mohayati kam.
प्रतस्थेन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाद्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम् प्रतस्थेन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाद्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम्
प्रतस्तेनैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाद्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम् प्रतस्तेनैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाद्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम्.
That's it. Surendra kruddhaschet dvijakarunaya shailakripayapi anaatankosmakam niyata iti vishwasya pashupan aho kinhayato giribhiditi sanchintya nivasanne marudgehadisha pranudamuravairin mamagadhan. So Krishna knows what is going to happen in the next Dasakam. So he is then preempting the Gopas say, Indra is going to retaliate. So all of us have to be ready for it. There's going to be heavy rain outpour that's going to happen. But don't worry. You all have done the right thing of worshipping the Brahmins and worshipping Govardhana mountain. And that karma is going to come and protect you. So he's just kind of getting them all ready for it. So with that, this Dashakam comes to end. Say, Guru Arapa, please eradicate all the ailments I have. Surendra, put the is sound to join. Surendra kruddhaschet, comma, dvija karunaya shaila kripayapi. So put a p, pi at the end of the line, short p, kripayapi and comma. The next line, the pya that you have becomes an a. So anatankosmakam, comma, niyata iti vishwasya pashupan. Surendra kruddhaschet dvijakarunaya shailakripayapi anatankosmakam niyata iti vishwasya pashupan.
எனக்கு மட்டும்தான் பிரேக் ஆச்சா when we were saying this still it's
Okay.
breaking.
Is it? Okay, I can say one more time. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, இப்ப கேக்குது. I can hear
Okay.
you.
सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्.
सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्. सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्.
सुरेन्द्रः कृतश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्.
That first line, second word, kruddha. It's a
Oh.
oo sound and double dha. Kruddhaschet.
Okay. सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्.
अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति, संचिन्त्य निवसन्, मरुगेहाधीश, प्रणुद मुरवैरिन् मम गदान्. अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति संचिन्त्य निवसन्, मरुद्गेहाधीश, प्रणुद मुरवैरिन् मम गदान्.
अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति सञ्चिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन् मम गदान्. अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति सञ्चिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन् मम गदान्.
अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति सञ्चिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन् मम गदान्. अहो खिन्नायातो गिरिभिदिति सञ्चिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन् मम गदान्.
Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. 62. So 63 is Govardhana Uddharana Varnana. Uddharana means lifting up the Govardhana mountain. So this couple of this the tune keeps changing between stanzas here. I'll let you know, so you may have to mark it. Stanza 1. Dadrushire kila takshanamakshatastanitajambhitakampitatdiktataha sushamaya bhavadangatulam gataha brajapado parivaridharastvaya. So at the time, then the clouds start coming in, right? So the dark clouds start hovering over Vrindavan. People can begin to see that there's going to be a heavy downpour of rain. So and there was thunder and lightning and everything. So even in this, Bhadrapad is saying, and if you remember Dasakam 38, right, when the Krishna Avataram was happening, he said, Kante Brajairiva Ghana Gana Mandalaidyam Avrunvati Viruruche Kila Varshavela. He says, whenever I see those dark clouds, whenever I see the lightning in those clouds, Krishna, it looks exactly like you. It looks like you. So even though those dark clouds are going to come and pour so much rain on it, he says, even there I'm looking at you because it looks exactly like how you are. And the shining, like in 38 also he says the same thing, the lightning that is coming there is an indication of you who is going to be born with that light to remove the darkness, right? So same thing. He says it is reflection of your form, but then the clouds are really beginning to pile up over Vrindavan right now for the downpour. So Dadrushire Kila Tat Kshanam Akshata, put a plus, Stanita Jrumbhita Kampita Diktataha. So every direction there, it's beginning to tremble with the thunder and the noise that is actually coming. Sushamaya Bhavadanga Tulam Gataha. You may not have a visarga, add a visarga, Gataha, comma. Braja Padopari वारिधरास्त्वया ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरि वारिधरास्त्वया
ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरि वारिधरास्त्वया ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरि वारिधरास्त्वया
ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरि वारिधरास्त्वया ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरि वारिधरास्त्वया
Answer 2. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् माभिभीतेत्यभाणीः. So then the rain starts pouring. It starts pouring, not just heavy rain, which is there, like columns of rain, like so much water is actually falling. At the same time, they also started having huge hailstones. So hailstone, ice also kind of falling in there. And the entire area then begins to start flooding, right? So first the rain starts, the water starts building up, and the entire area then starts flooding to the point that they cannot distinguish which was the high area, which was a low area. It's all getting filled with water. And of course, when that happens, the cows and the calves which are in the shed all start running around because they cannot bear this amount of water that is there. And the people also, because water is coming into houses. So everybody is now getting very panicked because they don't know what to do here. They just remember Krishna telling that, don't worry, I will take care, Govardhana will take care. They said, okay, we're going to go to Krishna, right? So Pahi Pahiti. They say, Krishna, please help us out. We don't know what is happening. Probably Indra's anger has kicked in because this unbearable rain has now started. It's already beginning to flood and there's no sight of it, going down. So with that, they all go to Krishna. And of course, the first thing when someone comes to you for help is you have to calm them down. So Krishna immediately says, don't worry, I'll take care of you. I have it under control, right? That's what he says. He says, don't worry, I have a way out for this. You all don't, we'll take, don't be afraid of Indra. Vipula Karaka Mishraihi. So that is there. Remove it, put a visarga comma, Mishraihi. Toya Dhara Nipataihi. Again, visarga and comma, Nipataihi. Next line above the Dishi, there will be a ir, r, that will go away. Dishi Pashupanam Mandale Dandyamane. Kupita Hari Kritannaha, put a comma. Pahi Pahiti Tesham, and then put a plus and say the whole line together. Vachanam Ajita Shrinman Ma Bhibhitetya Bhanihi. That word you cannot break it. One word. Vipulakaraka Mishraihi Toya Dhara Nipataihi Dishi Dishi Pashupana Mandale Dandyamane Kupita Harikritannaha Pahi Pahiti Tesham Vachanamajita Shrinvan Mabhibhitetya
विपुलकरकमिश्रैः स्तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यबाणीः.
Bhuvana, the first line, Mishraihi, after you say the Visarga, that is will not come again, that will go away. I think you said Toya, you said. Yeah.
Okay, Toyada. Okay. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजित शृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यबाणीः
विपुलकरकमिश्रैः थोयदारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजित शृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यभाणीः विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजित शृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यभाणीः.
We'll switch halfway. Radha, you can be a student. And then Ravi, are you there today? And the iPhone garde? I think it is.
I'm there, Rajesh.
Okay, all right. So Radha, you and Ravi can be student. Stanza 3. कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर्विहतिमिह सरुन्ध्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन् इति सहसितवादी देवगोवर्धनाद्रिं त्वरितमुदमुमूलो मूलतो बालदोर्भ्याम्. So Krishna then thinks, definitely this Indra's act has started. This is definitely Indra who's causing all this commotion, right, that is happening here. He says all these, this is Krishna kind of talking to himself or contemplating, right, saying these demigods like Indra, they're so proud of the strength and the power they have that sometimes that pride, blinds your ego, and out of foolishness, they think they are the Lord of the universe. So he says the primary purpose of this is to remove that ignorance that they actually have, right? That they are the boss, that they are the Lord, right? He has to remove that ignorance. And because of the false pride they have, they try to push it on people who are lower than them, because they can only show it on somebody who is lower than them, weaker than them. So he says, my whole idea is to get rid of that pride. So Krishna tells the Braja people, why, what, should I have no doubt? Absolutely have no doubt. Like I've said, Govardhana is going to help us out. So you just follow me. So they all then follow Krishna. And then this will come over a few stanzas. But in the very end, it says, with that, Krishna, you finally go to Govardhana mountain. And then you just begin to lift the mountain. Kula iha khalu gotro daivatam gotra shatror, put a plus. Bihati miha sa rundyat. So up to that you say it continuously, and after rundyat you put a comma. Ko nuva vaha is there, put a is. Ko nuva samshayosmin iti sahasita vadi deva govardhanadhrim, comma, tvaritam udamumulo. If you want to break it, that ma, tvaritam udamumulo mulato baladorbyam. With your tiny hands, 8-year-old boy, right? The hands are going to be very small. Kulaiha khalu gotro daivatam gotra shatror vihati miha sarundyat konuva samshayosmin iti sahasita vadi deva govardhanadhrim tvaritamudamumulo mulato baladorbyam.
Kulaiha kalu gotro daivatam gotra shatro vihati miha sarundat konuva samshayosmin iti sahasitavadi deva govardhanadrim tvaritam udamumulo mulato baladaurbhyam. Kulaiha kalu gotro daivatam gotra shatro vihati miha sarundat konuva samshayosmin iti sahasitavadi deva govardhanadrim tvaritam udamumulo mulato bhaladaurbhyam.
The second line, middle word, rundyat, ya sound is there, okay?
Rundyat. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, also, is it go nuvas samyosmin?
Ko nova samshayosmin. Samshayam. Samshayosmin.
Thank you.
Kulaiha galu godro daivatam gotra sadro vihitamiha sarantyat gonuva samsayosmin iti sahisidavadi deva govardhanadrim daritamutamulo मूलतो बालदोर्भ्यां कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रसद्रो विहितविह सरन्त्यात् गोनुरः संशयोऽस्मिन् इति सहसितवादी देवगोवर्धनाद्रिं मूलतो बालदोर्भ्यां.
Maybe second line, first word. Vi hatim. You said vi hitam. Vi hatim iha.
விகிதம்னா போட்டுருங்க விகிதம் இஹ.
Okay, can I change it to vi hatim iha?
Okay.
Okay. HA. Vi hatim iha. Sorry, India.
Okay, thanks.
Stanza 4. Tadanu girivarasya prodhritasya tavat shikatilamrudu deshe durato varitape parikara parimishran dhenu gopan adhastat upanidadadhatta hasta padmena shailam. So, which is hasta padmen, which is small lotus-like hands, Krishna then lifts the Govardhana mountain. So, of course, because he lifts it so much on the bottom that the sand bed which was at the bottom of it was not wet because of the rainwater. So, there was no water dripping. Then Krishna then holds up, and this will go over a few stanzas, so I won't say everything here. So, when he lifts up the mountain, then he tells all the people saying, all you Braja people, right? You can, don't be afraid that this mountain is going to fall from my hand. And don't be afraid of the wind, don't be afraid of the rain, right? So it's only for your protection that Govardhana is going to be doing this for us. So without any worry, he says, all of you come, bring any belongings you have that can also come, bring all your cows and calves, everything Govardhana can accommodate. So all of you confidently come and stay under the mountain. So Krishna tells them to come. Tadanu girivarasya prodhritasya tavat, sikatila mridu deshe durato varitape parikara parimishran dhenu gopan. You put a in and then break it. The next word will start with the a. It's easy that way. Dhenu gopan adhastat. Put a it at the end of that line, comma. Next line, the do will become an u. So this is a little bit of a tongue twister word there. So upanidhadat. So the best way to say this is, I don't know, for people who are following Sanskrit, I can tell because it's the is coming there. It's a the. It's three for people following Tamil or something. It will be like 3-4-3-4, right? That's how it comes there. So the easiest way to say that is that the which is coming, the third one, you break it into an it and a a, and you can say it easily. Upanidhadat adhatta. Okay, upanidhadat adhatta hasta padmena shailam. Tadanu girivarasya prodhritasya tavat sikatila mridu deshe durato varitape parikara parimishran dhenu gopan adhastat upanidhadat adhatta hasta padmena shailam.
तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोदत्तस्यास्य तावत् सिकतिलमृदुदेशे दूरतो वारितापे परिकरपरिमिश्रान् धेनुगोपान् अधस्तात् उपनिददत्तात् दत्तहस्तपद्मेन शैलम्. Correct, Adhe?
No, I think you may have to say that once more. I'll fix it second time.
Yeah. तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोधात्स्य तावत्.
That underword rather. Prodhritasya.
प्रोदत्तस्यास्य.
Prodhritasya.
Prodhritasya. Okay, I'll try again. Okay. तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोधत्तस्यास्य तावत् सिकतिलं देशे दूरतो वारितापे परिकरपरिमिश्रान् धेनुगोपान् अधस्तात् उपनिदत्तात् दत्तहस्ता पद्मेन शैलम्.
And the last line is not landing. Upanidhadat Adhatta
Upanidad adasta
hasta padmena.
Hastapadmena Shailam.
Yeah, got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tadanu girivarasya prodasya gavad Stigadilam mridudese durato varidabe Parigara parimishran dhenu gopanadastad Uvanidadat adatta hasta padmena sailam Tadanu girivarasya prot sudasyasya davad Stigadilam mridudese durato varidabe Parigara parimishran dhenu gopanadastad Ubanidadat adatta hasta padmena sailam.
That's a 4. That's a 5. Bhavati vidruta shaile balika bhirvayasyehi api vihit vilasam kelila padinole savida milita dhenu reka hastena kandhu yati sati pashupala stoshamai sarve. So here is where the beauty of Krishna avataram is. In another avatar, not to compare, right? But in other avatarams, like when he had to conquer the world in Vamana avataram, Narayana took a large form, right? And then when he has to be Narsimha avataram, there were certain conditions that had to be met. So he had to come in that form and do things in that way. In Krishna avataram, Krishna decides, I am not going to change my form or any of that stuff. I'm still going to be an 8-year-old boy. And I'm still going to be able to lift the mountain, and I'm going to lift it with my left hand with my pinky finger. That's how he lifts the Govardhana mountain, right? And then he lifts it, and then he essentially is lifting it with a small boy with his pinky finger, left hand is lifting the mountain. And the beauty of this is, it says, when you are lifting the mountain, Krishna, you don't even seem to act as if you are in trouble. Like you don't even seem to act as if this is heavy on you, because on your right hand, you are playing and caressing the cows and the calves on one hand, and having conversations with Balika Bhir Bhayasyehi, with the boys and girls of your age. So you're casually having a conversation, standing. One hand, you are caressing the cows and the calves, but your other hand, with your pinky finger, you're lifting the Govardhana mountain. So, and Krishna then stands there without taking a break, and that a little bit will come a little later also. So he doesn't stop it, right? He's always holding it and doing it, and without eating, without drinking, without doing any, because both the hands are occupied, right? And the beauty is, by looking at Krishna doing this, the other people were feeling, no, it looks so amazing, right? Looking at Krishna doing this, that the other Braja people also are the time just goes by, that they are not hungry, they are not thirsty, because they're just admiring what is actually happening here. And some of that will come a little bit later also. But anyway, so this is the greatness of Krishna Avatar. Is never a dislike. That is how it is going to be, right? In this age, in this way, I can do whatever I want. Bhavati vidruta shaile balikabhir vayasyehi. So put a visarga comma there, vayasyehi. Next line, the ra will become an a. Api vihita vilasam keli lapadi lole savidha milita dhenur eka hastena kandu, put a plus, yati sati, comma. So that whole line is continuous, and then yati sati. Pashupalas toshamaishanta sarve. Bhavati vidruta shaile balika bhirvayasyehi api vihita vilasam kelila padinole savida milita dhenu reka hastena kandu yati sati pashupalas toshamaishanta sarve.
Bhavati vidruta shaile balikarbhivayasyehi apivihita vilasam kelila padilole savidha milita dhenur reka hastena kandur yati sati pashupala stesha ste toshamaishanta sarve.
Now, on the fourth line after yati sati, there is a comma, okay?
Bhavati vidruta shaile balikarbhivayasyehi api vihita vilasam kelila padilole सविधमिलितधेनुर्रेकहस्तेन कण्डुर्यति सति पशुपालास्तो शमैषन्त सर्वे.
And third line, the Dhenur, I'm hearing you say the Ra twice. Dhenur Reka, I'm hearing. If it's Dhenur, it becomes Eka. So Savita Milita Dhenur Eka Haste. If you want to break it.
Dhenur Eka.
Yeah, if you want to break it, or you can say Dhenur Eka in one flow also, that's also okay.
I put a comma but did not add a and. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, also I have another doubt in second line. Is it Keli Lala Pati or Lala Pati?
Keli Lapadi Lole.
La Pati. Okay, thanks.
भवति विद्रुतशैले बालिकाभिर्वयस्यैः अविवीतविलासं खेलिलाबादिसोले सविधमिलितधेनुर्एकहस्तेन कण्डु यदि सति पशुबालास्दोषमैषन्त सर्वे भवति विद्रुतशैले बालिकाभिर्वयस्यैः अविवीतविलासं खेलिलाबादिलोले सविधमिलितधेनुर्एकहस्तेन कण्टु यदि सति पशुपालास्दोषमैषन्त सर्वे.
That's a 6. So from here, the rest of the up to 10, the tune is changing again. Atimahan giriresha vamake karasaro ruhitam dharate chiram kimidam adbhutam adribhalan viti twadavaloka loki bhirakati gopakaihi. Of course, like we're telling, when Krishna is standing with this is a small boy holding the Govardhana mountain in his left hand. So all the Braja people are beginning to wonder, how is it possible? How is it possible that Krishna can hold a mountain like that, right? And it is standing. So they say, but because they are, normal cow herds, they say, I think it's definitely because the mountain itself has some power. Because we worship the mountain itself has some power that it is actually going up. And all Krishna is doing is like we take the picture where we are holding the Eiffel Tower on the top, right? So it's like that Krishna is just standing and putting his hand underneath it. I don't think Krishna can lift the mountain, right? So they all begin to wonder, how is it the mountain has gone up, right? And then Krishna is just trying to act as if he's balancing it. So that's a conversation they are having. So Ati Mahan Giriresha tu Vamake, Kara Saroruhi tam Arate Chiram Kim idham adbhutam. If you want to break it, you can break it into 3-4 words there if you want. Kim idham adbhutam adri balanviti. So it's for those who are following Sanskrit, it's like a balanviti will come. So it's a double N will come there. Balanviti, Twadava loki bhirakati gopakaihi. That word you cannot break it. So Atimahan giriresha vamake karasaro dharate chiram kimidam adbhutam adribhalan vithi twadavaloki bhirakati gopakaihi.
Atimahan girireshu tu vamake karasaro dharate chiram Imidam-adbhutam-adribalam iti twadavaloki virakati gopakaihi atimahan girireshu tu vamake karasaro-ruhitam dharete chiram dharate chiram imidam-adbhutam-adribalam iti Twadavaloki birakati gopakaihi. Sorry, I have some sore throat in it.
No, it's nothing in the dharate. You are not saying the te, so I think you are slipping there.
Appava konjam thanda
Adimahan giriresha tu vamake karasaroritam dharate shiram kimitam adbhudam atribalam viti twadavaloki viragati gopakaihi. Adimahan giriresha tu vamake करसरोर्गितं दरते शिरं किमितमद्भुतमत्रिबलं निति त्वदवलोकिभिरागति गोपकैः.
That's a 7. अहधाष्ट्यममुष्यवटोर्गिरिं व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्. This 7 and 8 mean together. Ahah darshyam amushya. If you want to break it, or you can say it together. Darshyam amushya vatorgirim, comma. Vyatitha bahura savavaropaye. Again, that word also you cannot break it. So say it together. Iti haris twayi bhadda vigarhano, comma, divasa saptakam ugrama varshayat. You can break it that now if you want. Saptakam ugrama varshayat. Ahah darshyamamushyavatogirhim vyatita bahurasavavaropayet iti harestvai baddha vigarhano divasa saptakamugrama varshayet.
अहह द्राष्ट्यममुष्यवटोर्गिरिं व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविग्रहणो दिवससप्तकम् उग्रमवर्षयत्.
Third line, last word, baddha vigarhano.
विगर्हणो अहह द्राष्ट्यममुष्यवटोर्गिरिं व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धः विगर्हणो दिवससप्तकम् उग्रमवर्षयत्.
अहदाक्ष्यममुष्यवडोर्गिरिं व्यदितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्. अहदाष्ट्यम् अमुष्यवडोर्गिरिं व्यदितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्.
Answer 8.
Just a quick question. Is it Vator Giram or Girim?
Girim.
Oh, okay.
Mountain. Yeah, Girim.
Thank you. Sorry.
Achalate त्वयि देव पदात्पदं गलित सर्वजले च घनोत्करे अपहृते मरुतां पतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितधी समुपाद्रवत्. So when Krishna is holding it in his left hand, so Indra is thinking, that let's see what happens. It's like the arrogance of the boy there, that he is not even attempting to lift with two hands. He's lifting it with one hand, and the two is lifting it with one finger. So let's see how long he can last, right? So the rain continues. So divasa saptakam ugram, for 7 days, ferocious rain, increasing intensity of rain continues for 7 days. And for the 7 days, achalati, Krishna doesn't even move his foot away. So it's the exact same position that he's standing, which is standing with his legs crossed, with pinky finger lifting it, and the other hand free. Krishna doesn't move a step from that position. He stands in that exact position for 7 days, doesn't switch hand, doesn't switch finger, doesn't take one step to the left or right or anything. Stands like that for 7 days, lifting the Govardhana mountain. So after the end of the 7 days, Indra finally gives up. He says, there's nothing more I can do. Right? He then realizes what happens, and then the rain begins to subside slowly. Achalati tvai deva padat padam, comma, galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare, apahrite marutam patihi. Put a visargan comma there, patihi. Next line, the is will go away. Twadabhi shankita. That word is together. Twadabhi shankita. Dhihi is there. Put a is to join. These samupadravat. अचलते त्वयि देव पदात्पदं गलित सर्वजले च घनोत्करे अपहृते मरुतां पतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितधीः समुपाद्रवत्.
அங்க I have a question அது தா இருக்கு இல்லையா அது மருதாம் பதிஹி அது தீ ஆறுது தீ பிளஸ் தாவா அது
Patihi, that line ends with, at least in Sanskrit, that line ends with a pati, and then the is there in the next line, right? So that is will go away and becomes patihi.
Yes. अचलति त्वयि देवपदात्पदं गलित सर्वजले च घनोत्खरे अपहृते मरुतात् पतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितधी समु करेक्ट आ जाए
त्वदभिशङ्कितधीः समुपाद्रवत्.
त्वदभिशङ्कितधी समुपाद्रवत् अचलति त्वयि देवपदाद्वधं गलित सर्वजले च घनोत्करे अपहृते मरुतापतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितधी समुपाद्रवत्.
The third line is marutam patihi. In sound is there, okay?
Marutam patihi.
असलति द्वयि देवपदात्पदं कलित सर्वजलेश घनोद्गरे अपहृते मरुदां पतिः त्वदपि सङ्गीतधी समुपाद्रवत्. अचलति द्वयि देवपदात्पदं गलित सर्वजलेश घनोद्गरे अपहृते मरुदां पतिः त्वदपि सङ्गीतधी समुपाद्रवत्.
Stanza 9. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तथा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. So eventually the rain clouds all starts to disappear, dissipating out. Rain stops and the water all has to drain out. Then the sun comes. So all of it is happening and the entire area begins to clear. So at that time, Krishna then tells to the Gopas there that don't worry, the wind and rain has completely stopped. The sun has come. There's going to be no more rain. So you all can confidently go back to your respective houses, right? This is not going to come again. So with all of that, and then the Gopas all kind of go back to their respective houses with the calves and all their belongings, and Krishna puts the Govardhana mountain back in its place. And Pashupai Parirebhishe, and then they all, of course, embrace Krishna, right? Saying, it's because of you, whatever magic happened, because of you that you were all protected here. And some of it will continue into the next Dasakam. They'll have that conversation. So, Shamam Upeyushi Varshabhare Tada, Pashupa Dhenu Kule Cha Vinirgate, Bhuvi Vibo Samupahita Bhudharaha, Pramuditaihi, put a F to join. Pashupaihi, again F to join. Parirebhishe. Shamamupeyushi varshabhare tadha Pashupadhenukule cha vinirgate Bhuvi vibho samupahita bhudaraha Pramuditaif pashupaif parirebhishe.
Shamamupeyushi varshabhare tadha पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे ददा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदिते पशुपैः परिरेभिषे.
सममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे ददा पशुपधेनु कुलेश विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहित भूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. सममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे ददा पशुपदेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपागितभूतरः प्रमुदितैः पशुभैः परिरेभिषे.
That's it. And धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते कुरु पुरालय पालय मां गधात्. So just like when Krishna was dancing on Kaliya, so all the demigods came to witness that scene. Similarly, here also a lot of them come and witness this great, because a great Leela of Krishna lifting Govardhana mountain. But they also discuss among themselves saying, what is so great here? Kashramaha, how is this of any difficulty to Krishna? Because he says, Dharani meva, in one of your incarnation, you lifted the entire earth at the tip of your tusk. So if you can lift your entire earth at the tip of your tusk, lifting a Govardhana mountain at the tip of your finger is not a big achievement, Krishna. It's not a big deal for you. Kashramaha, what difficulty is it for you? So he says, don't think that this is a big thing. He lifted the entire earth. Lifting Govardhana mountain is like a very simple task, right? But they all still appreciate the Leela that Krishna is going. And Bhattaripad is saying, you lifted the Govardhana mountain in your tip of your finger, but eradicate the problems I am having, which should be so insignificant to you, right, compared to what you have done. So with that, this Dashakam comes to an end. This is, like I said, this is a series of 3 Dashakams. This continues into 64 also. Dharani meva pura dhritavanasi, kshitidharodharane. Kshitidharodharane, double the tava kaha, put a ish, kash shramaha, iti nutas tridashaihi, put a ih to join, tridashaih, kamalapate, Guru Puralaya Palaya Mam Gadat. Dharanimeva Pura Dhritavanasi Kshitidarodharane Tava Kashramaha Iti Nutastridashaih Kamalapate Guru Puralaya Palaya Mam Gadat.
धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैकमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्. धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव श्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैकमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्.
धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे दभगश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्. धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे दभगश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्.
Krishnaaya Parabrahmane Namaha.
Rajesh, sorry. Iti nutas tridashaihi, or it is just tridashai?
The Tridashaihi is there, right? You put a H to join that. The Tridashaih Kamalapate.
Shaish. Okay, thanks.
We just maybe 1 or 2 stanzas just without meaning for today, and then I'll continue next class. So 64 is Govinda Pattabhishekam. So coronation as Govinda. So the name Govinda is going to come only in this Dashakam. So Alokya Shailod Dharanadi Rupam, Prabhavam Uchchais Tava Gopa Lokaha Vishweshwaram Tvam Abhimatya, you can break it that ma. Tvam Abhimatya Vishwe, Nandam Bhavach Jatakam, you can break it that ma. Jatakam Anvaprichan. Alokya Shailo Dharanadi Rupam Prabhavamuchaistava Gopalokaha Vishweshwaram Tvam Abhimatya Vishwe Nandam Bhavajatakam Anvaprichan.
आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं अभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं जातकम् अन्वसृच्छन् पृच्छन् आलोक्य शैलोर्धरणाधिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वाभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं भवाज्जातकमच्च पृच्छन् अन्वपृच्छन्
आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणातिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वाम् अभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं भवज्जातकमन्वपृच्छन् आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वाम् अभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं भवज्जातकम् अन्वपृच्छन्
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय put a plus वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः lines together पूर्वादिकस् त्वय्यनुराग एषां put a plus again एषाम् ऐदिष्ट तावत् बहुमान भारः. Those two lines come together. गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुराग येषाम् ऐधिष्ठ तावत् बहुमान भारः.
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः अनुराग அப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாதா त्वय्यनुराग येषाम् ऐदिष्ट तावत् बहुमान भारः
ऐदिष्ट तावत्
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः
त्वय्यनुराग
येषाम् ऐदिष्ट्य तावत् बहुमान भारः
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुराग येषाम् ऐदिष्ट तावत् बहुमान भारः गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुराग येषाम् ऐदिष्ट तावत् बहुमान भारः.
नाय परब्रह्मणे नमः. End here today. सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावधिभ्यां निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनरुरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावद्भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you everyone. See you next weekend. Bye.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone. Bye.